Hi there. I'd like to tell you a story about a bear called Albert Leblanc. Now, this is Albert Leblanc. Even from the back, he looks sad. His head hangs low, his shoulders are hunched, his arms flop loosely by his side. Now, from the front, Albert Leblanc looks very, very sad. Indeed, he has the saddest eyes you ever saw. Which is strange because Albert Leblanc... But wait, let me tell you this story from the very beginning. Albert Leblanc. Now, when Albert Leblanc first appeared sitting all by himself in Mr. Jolly's toy shop, the other toys could only stare. He did look so sad. Oh, there he is in the window looking sad. Poor love, said Sally the hippo. We must try and cheer him up. There's Sally the hippo. So, you could do your funny dancing, said Toby the cat. That would make him laugh. My dancing is not funny, said Sally. It's beautiful and artistic. The other toys looked at each other and tried not to smile. I know a joke, said a little mouse called Pickle, but I can't remember the funny bit at the end. Everyone agreed that this could make the joke a lot less funny. It might even make it not funny at all. Pickle flopped down and stared at the floor. It was then that Jack in the Box, who at the moment was not in his box, had an idea. Why don't we all try hard to think of something happy and funny, something to cheer up that very sad bear? Then we could put all our things together and make a show. It was a good idea. Everybody thought so. At first the toys sat quietly thinking, what could they say? What could they do? Something happy, something funny. Maurice, the steam engine, let off a little steam as he tried to think. Lizzie, the humming top, hummed to herself as she thought. There's all the toys thinking about what to do to cheer up that sad bear, Albert Leblanc. I've remembered my joke, squeaked Pickle. Suddenly, shh, dear, said Sally. I'm getting an idea. All at once it seemed that the other toys were getting ideas too. Toby began to snigger and Jack in the Box started to chuckle. Sally began to titter and went off to borrow a hat and find some face paints. Albert Leblanc, here he is, look. Albert Leblanc just watched from where he was sitting as the toys became very busy. What was going on? What were they up to? So, Albert Leblanc did not have long to wait to find out, and Sally was first to introduce herself. There's Sally the hippo. Good evening, she said with a bow. I am Sally, hippopotamus and ballerina. This evening, we, the toys of Mr. Jolly's toy shop, will present a happy and entertaining treat, especially to cheer amuse and tickle the funny bone of a very sad bear. Albert Leblanc looked puzzled. I'm very pleased to meet you, he said. My name is Albert Leblanc. I am from France, but please let me say, you must not think that I am... But Albert Leblanc was not allowed to say. Silence, please, for Miss Pickle. The hippopotamus boomed loudly. Pickle came and stood nervously in front of the large, sad-looking bear. She shuffled her feet and cleared her throat, but no words came. Whatever Pickle had remembered earlier, she'd suddenly forgotten again. I can't remember my joke, she said, and she flopped down again and stared at the floor. Never mind, said Albert kindly. I'm sure it was very funny, and you really must not think that I am... But at that moment, with a twang and a zing, Jack-in-the-Box sprang out of his box and he bounced up and down in front of Albert Leblanc, and he did this, and as he did, he began to sing. I bounce with a boing, I bounce with a poing, and while I'm bouncing, I'm singing this song. Be careful, dear, said Sally, but Jack was enjoying himself. He bounced even higher. I like to bounce high as the sky. Sometimes when I'm bouncing, I'm sure I could... Thump. Poor Jack. He bounced so high, he bumped his head on the shelf. He fell in a tangled heap in front of Albert. Slight technical problem, mumbled Jack as he tried to untie the knot which he'd accidentally tied his long body into. Albert hid his face in his paws. Please do not worry, he said. You really must not think that I am... Once again, Sally did not let him finish. To Albert's amazement, she leapt out in front of him, wearing a yellow pointed hat and a big red face-painted smile. Of course, Sally did mean to be funny, but she didn't mean to slip or slide, and she most certainly didn't mean to crash into Albert Leblanc. But that is just what Sally did. Together, the bear and the hippopotamus landed in a confused heap. From underneath Sally, Albert Leblanc let out a great roar. Please, he shouted, I keep trying to tell you. I am not unhappy. There was a silence. As Sally and Albert struggled to get up, Albert went on. I am not sad. I'm not sad at all. It's just the way I am made. I just happen to have a sad look on my face. Oh, no, you don't, interrupted Toby the cat. Not anymore. And suddenly everyone saw that Albert Leblanc was wearing a great big red smile. Can you see what's happened? Sally has accidentally kissed him when they fell over. It was Sally's smile. The toys began to giggle. Oh, silly me, said Sally. I'm so sorry. I must have kissed you by mistake. The toys giggled even more, and some of them laughed out loud. But now what was happening to Albert Leblanc? He began to shake and he grabbed hold of his tummy. His shoulders started to heave up and down. His nose wrinkled up and his sad eyes almost disappeared. And then, to everyone's great surprise, Albert Leblanc roared out the funniest and loudest laugh any of the toys had ever heard. Albert's enormous laugh made everyone else laugh even more. At last, Jack in the Box managed to speak. Well, he giggled. Who would have thought that a little kiss could put such a big smile on somebody's face? Everybody laughed again, but the biggest, deepest laugh and the funniest laugh of all came from a sad bear called Albert Leblanc. The end.